Body crazy, curvy, wavy beat. Little waist, body crazy, curvy, wavy beat. Little waist, body yada 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 yada. Look at how I body that, ate it up and gave it back. Yeah, you look good, but they still wanna know we're making it. Saucy like a barbecue, but you won't get your baby back. See me in that dress and he felt like he almost tasted that. Num 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 num, eat it up.
Where my people at?
You know I'm the hottest, you ain't never gotta heat me up. I'm prison when I'm.
Let's dig into this back fat, y'all.
Scary cats, I call him Carol Baskins. Body yada 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 yada.
Hey.
Body yada 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 yada. Body crazy curvy wavy beat. Little waist body crazy curvy wavy.
All right, Echo. Pause.
Body yada 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 yada. I'm a hot ebony.
Echo. Stop. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm super excited, y'all. I've had technical issues, so I'm like, you know what? Let's go live. I want to talk about, hey, Christy. Hey, girl, hey. I want to talk about back fat, y'all. We want to tackle the back fat. All right, so can I be a nerd for just a little bit, y'all, and like kind of dive in a little bit as to why we get back fat? So I'm going to talk about some exercises. There are going to be 4 exercises I'm going to show you all to help you all tackle this back fat. So the first thing is insulin. Are y'all familiar with insulin? Are you familiar with the fact that if you have too much insulin, that impacts your body weight? How many of y'all are aware of that? So I want to talk about how we can kind of get rid of insulin and decrease that. So the first thing is, if you are a grazer or a snacker, you like to snack a lot. Hey, Lyric. You like to snack a lot. You go into your pantry, you find a bag of Doritos, and you're like, I'm going to eat the whole bag. I'm not going to put it in a plastic bag. Does anybody do that? Does anybody fall into that? So stop it. Stop. Just stop. If you like to snack a lot, then you really need to be mindful of how much you're eating. Honestly, let's think about our grandparents. Our grandparents ate 3 meals a day. For the most part, they weren't heavy on snacking and they were just fine. 3 meals a day is really all you need. And if you want it to be sustainable, add some healthy fats, add some avocados, add some olive oil, and that's gonna really help you be sustainable throughout the day so you're not so hungry and you wanna snack. So that's the first thing, is we wanna kind of make sure we get down that insulin. Secondly is intermittent fasting. Has anybody heard of intermittent fasting? Has anybody tried intermittent fasting? If so, can y'all put IF in the comments? IF in the comments if you do intermittent fasting, or you've heard of intermittent fasting, or you're familiar with it in any way. IF in the comments. IF in the comments. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm not going to dive in too much about intermittent fasting, but it's a huge way that you can get rid of fat. Intermittent fasting also includes your sleep. So let's say you go to sleep, you get a good 8 hours of sleep, 2 hours before bedtime, 2 hours after you wake up, you got a good 12 hours of intermittent fasting already in there. So intermittent fasting is a really great way to really help tackle body fat. What happens during intermittent fasting is your body goes into a ketosis state and you start to pull energy from the fat, okay, versus pulling energy from glucose. So intermittent fasting is huge. All right, I see. Hey, Crystal. Hey, cuz. Christy, intermittent fasting. Hey, everybody. So yeah, so intermittent fasting is huge. Thank you so much. Intermittent fasting is huge, and that's a really great way to help tackle that body fat. The next thing I wanted to talk about is cortisol, you guys. Cortisol is that stress hormone, and so many of us are stressed right now. 2020, 2021 has been a high stress year. So we really want to kind of figure out how we can minimize stress. First thing, movement is really good for that, but also your body holds stress. Time does not heal stress. If you think about 10 years ago, you were in a car accident. 5 years ago, you had some kind of surgery. That is stress in your body that is sitting and sitting there. Like your body is like a sponge taking in all these things. So, you know, deep breathing is really good to help minimize stress. Again, movement is really good for help minimizing stress. If some ways that you can find it if you have high cortisol is like, you're like, ooh, she get on my nerves. You have a very low tolerance for people. You're like, oh my God, every little thing bothers you. Baby, we need to really kind of get that. We need to focus. We need to figure out why, like, you so stressed out. So if you have high levels of cortisol, movement is really good. And deep breathing is really good to kind of help calm your body. Another thing, like nutritional wise, is B1. Okay, the B1 vitamin helps calm your body. And a really great supplement for B1 is nutritional yeast. Hey, Auntie! Nutritional yeast is huge, is a great way to kind of help get that B1 back into your body. You take 1 teaspoon a day. That's all you need. So nutritional yeast helps bring B1 back into your body, which helps fight cortisol, okay? So the first thing, again, we want to focus on getting those insulin levels down, and we also want to bring cortisol levels down, bringing those stress hormones down. Does anybody feel like they have high stress levels right now? If you feel like you have high stress levels right now, put a 2 in the comments, honey, a 2 in the comments. Let's talk about it. A 2 in the comments. Does anybody feel like they're doing okay with stress? They know how to manage stress. If you feel like you're managing stress well, put a 1 in the comments. What we got? So another thing I wanted to talk about, so another way to help a 2. All right, so another way to help bring some stress levels down is to increase your greens, y'all. It's super simple. Nutrition, the very thing that God put on this earth is here for us for a reason. So nutrition, up in your greens is going to help increase potassium. Okay, potassium helps to level out your cortisol levels. So up in your greens, lots of salad, wheatgrass, those are all great ways to help minimize the stress as well. All right, so recapping, number 1, we want to decrease our insulin levels. How do we do that? We make sure we're eating 3 meals a day. Okay, we're not grazing and snacking all throughout the day. Intermittent fasting is really good for helping to decrease those insulin levels as well. I highly encourage you all to research intermittent fasting. It's huge. There's so many success stories about it. So I highly encourage you all to research that. Decreasing our stress levels, how do we do that? Movement, adding some nutritional yeast, some B1, upping our greens, all right? Getting those salads and that wheatgrass, that's gonna help minimize the cortisol levels. So I wanna dive into the exercises, y'all. I just wanted to throw that out there so that you are very much aware. A real quick tip is before you eat, take about an 8-ounce drink of water, because our body, like our stomach will expand, and when our stomach expands, that tells our brain that you're getting full. So get a 8-ounce cup of water before every meal, drink that down, your stomach's going to expand a little bit, so then when you eat your food, you're gonna be more satiated, you're not gonna overeat. Listen to your body, you guys. That's another thing, listen to your body. If you are full or you're satisfied, stop eating. Like, don't keep on eating like, oh, I gotta eat everything off my plate. You know, we're kind of trained like that to think that, like when we're growing up, if you don't eat everything off your plate, all the little kids in Africa are starving. You better eat everything off your plate. But you don't have to. If you are satisfied, stop. So that's my tip. All right, let me get resituated my camera, y'all. Just bear with me for a second. I'm going to show you all 4 exercises that help tackle the back fat. So another thing with back fat, why do we get that? We often pay attention to the front. We do crunches, we do planks, and the back is kind of out of sight, out of mind. And if you don't focus on that, you can actually kind of get atrophy. And atrophy is basically when your muscles start to wear down because you don't use them, you neglect them. So we really want to focus on getting those back muscles reactivated. So let me resituate. Bear with me for a second, and I'm going to show you all 4 exercises that focus on the back. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Guys, can y'all see me? Okay, so the first exercise is you're focusing basically on your glutes. Think about the opposite of your midsection. These are your flexor muscles. We're going to talk about the extensor muscles, okay? So you're going to kind of get into a plank position, and you're basically just lifting up like this. Bam. All right, that's the first exercise. That focuses on your glutes and your back area. So that's a really good exercise. I would recommend do that as long as you can. Some people may be able to do 7, some people may be able to do 10, 15, 20. Kind of test how long you can go for and, you know, gradually increase. So that's the first exercise. The second one is a side plank. So I'm gonna go sideways, and you're gonna go like this, like a sit-up. Bam, bam, bam. Do that on both sides. That focuses, I'm out of breath. That focuses on your obliques. And again, we focus so much on the front, on the midsection, and we forget to focus on our sides and our back. So that's gonna focus on your obliques. Make sure you do both sides. And again, for this one, I would do like 3 sets of 10 to start off and then gradually increase. The second one, same thing, but just hold it. Like hold it for 30 seconds to a minute and do the other side. All right, was anybody in gymnastics growing up? I don't know if anybody was in gymnastics. I remember in gymnastics we used to do the Superman. So this is the last exercise I'm going to show you. So you just basically lay flat and you just go up. That's it. It's almost like a reverse crunch in a way. You are tackling that back area. All right, you guys, that's it. I just wanted to show y'all, super easy. Y'all can do these exercises every day, every other day, and that's gonna tackle that back fat. It's not cardio, but again, I talked about atrophy, how if you don't use those back muscles, you neglect them. So we're kind of reactivating those back muscles, and that's gonna help you tone up and get those muscles tight. Get them tight and right, okay? So you can wear your little cute outfits, ladies. I'm out of breath, y'all. Woo, child. So yeah, I hope that is helpful. Definitely try these outfits. I mean, not outfits. Try these workouts. Let me know what you think. And again, besides exercise, nutrition is huge. Like that's the top thing. 80% of your body composition is based on what you eat. So make sure you're taking care of how you eat. Make sure that you're eating healthy, clean foods, and try to minimize processed foods, sugars, refined carbs, and all those things. That's all I got. I hope that is helpful. Definitely leave me some comments and let me know what you think if you get to try any of these workouts. To good health, everybody. Peace.